right? Because you follow these two, these are in line now, but they both go opposite ways. So we'll see what happens here when I go to install it. What's going on, everybody? Matt here, Hollywood Garage. Today we have our first incident, first problem, I guess we'll call it, the first problem with the new 6.4 liter diesel engine that I just got installed on this truck. A previous video, I think I have 500 some kilometers with the oil change, and I had a sneak peek at the end of that video what this video is going to be about. So I'll leave little sneak peeks in previous videos for the next one. So make sure you watch to the end. If not, that's cool. You do you. Regardless, so today I'm gonna fix the first issue with this truck since the new engine, and it's not the engine's fault or the shop, to be honest. About a month or 2 months ago, I changed O-rings on all of my cooler lines, or my coolant line, sorry. And the one that is starting to leak now is the upper rad hose one. So I'll show you which one here. So that hose right there is leaking. You see my coolant levels below the cold fill line. I've had to fill it up a few times since I got the truck, and I was like, maybe it's got air bubbles, right? No big deal. Well, I looked underneath when I did my oil change, and I do have a leaking coolant. I'll insert a picture here. And then, it's an easy fix. I already bought the new hose. It's the Napa hose, upper hose. This one's an updated one. It'll have the dual O-ring in it in there. You'll see a dual O-ring. The other side's single. But Ford only ever uses the one O-ring. Ford is even, like, you can't even get the hoses if you wanted to. I mean, why would you want to? They're probably double the price of Napa. You can do the O-ring like I did prior, but for whatever reason, either when they installed it, the O-ring went on dry, it twisted, it's leaking. So I could do the O-ring, but we're probably gonna have the same problem again. So the hose was $140 Canadian. In my opinion, if I get the double O-ring, you know what, we're great. We'll be good for the next 200,000 kilometers. I mean, yeah, the stock one lasted that long too, I guess, but I mean, whatever. I'm gonna have it off. And it's not a hard job, guys. You don't take a bunch of stuff off. I'll show you a little secret I did to undo those little C-clips that go around the ends, and then we'll go from there. So first step is to drain the coolant at least below, you want to at least get it drained to like below the block, right? So you want to go down to like halfway. Obviously you're going to want to have that tank drained, that's how you're going to know. The more you can take out, hopefully the less you spill. This coolant stuff's not cheap, so. And I only have just enough to be able to top what I have off. I mean, I could drive it like that even, as long as it's above this. Technically, as long as it's above this hose when it's cold, you're good. That's why the cold line's just above it. But I should have enough to top it off to where I like it, which will be more in the upper end of that little level they have there. Yeah, let's start with draining the coolant. Okay, I think I got it down to a satisfactory level. Obviously, with your thermostats being in that connection down there, that right there, you might still have a bit of coolant in here. It does have the weep hole, so over the time of you draining it and taking all this off, it might clear most of it up. So prepare for a little spillage, but I'm gonna remove this hose just because I don't wanna break that nipple off. I've done it before on a previous truck. I've learned my lesson, so we'll take this hose off and then we'll undo this 8 mil so we have a little room to get to that C-clamp. Then after that, it's just gonna be removing these C-clamps and popping the hose off. Sounds easy. It'll be a little bit of finagling to do, but like a 45-degree angle pick or a flathead screwdriver to get these off. But okay, I'll bring you back once I take this off, and I'll take this off. We'll try the 45-degree pick first, see what happens. Not a very good clip, to be honest. I'm surprised it held on for that long. I'm glad the new hose came with extra clips, because these things are sometimes they bounce off and you'll lose them. There, that one's loose. They're on there though. Let's see if I can get. And almost lost it. A magnet, it's a man's best friend. And then for the next one, we'll try to use a flathead screwdriver on that one. Let's see if the flathead does it. get it on those little ears down there and push. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Oh, that one popped right out. Oh, let's see if we can get it off. They're kind of sometimes on there. Might have to put you guys down for it. Two-hander. I've never had to hit with a hammer before, but this thing is tight. There we go, it's coming loose. There we go. There's one. Once you get that one off, there we go. And we dropped a little bit, but there you go. We have got it off. Let's see what the O-ring looks like. It's still in there. Try to get some better light for you guys. Yep. Oh, you can see how dirty it is though. And how squished it is. That's a brand new O-ring. Well, brand new, a couple months old. So, yeah. I'm glad we're changing that out. So we'll put it up next to the other one. Let's see what it looks like. Looks a little different. Oh, this was like that. We'll see. The I don't know, it's got a different kink into it. It's almost like they're opposite, right? Because you follow these two, these are in line now, but they both go opposite ways. So we'll see what happens here when I go to install it. First of all, we're going to lube up these O-rings with some Lubriplate. You can keep these C-clips on when you go install it, because when you go to slide it on, it'll clip onto the groove and where it goes. So let's lube up these O-rings and we'll see if we slide it on, and we'll see if this works out. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of a weird one. Let's play, I don't know, puzzle, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Let's see which way it goes on. I'm guessing this way. So it looks like the O-ring's fatter on this side, on this one, so double O-rings on the other side. I just don't know. It's kind of a weird. Let's try the other side. Hard part is just to get that pushed on. So close. Gotta line up the little ears and the plastic piece. It's pretty close. Let's see if I can persuade it. I think we got it. Let's take a look. I think we got it on there. The little ear is all the way on. I think I heard a click when it slid on too, so we'll we just really want to make sure that's on. Let's get this upper piece on, and maybe that'll help getting it the rest. There, see how that spring went on? I guess this was in the way. That's what says having this C-clip already on. You'll hear it click, and that's how you know it's all the way on. Let me just see here. Just to make sure. Yeah, I think we're on. There. Didn't have to do the trick of doing the... Didn't Didn't have to do the trick of putting the pick taped to a long screwdriver handle to get that bottom C-clip, so that worked out great. Okay, so now we'll put everything back together. Careful with that. Grab a set of pliers, we'll squeeze that on. I'll put the 8mm back on. One-handed is tricky. Let's see if I get it. You guys can, a person can always do one-handed when he's not recording. These clips are the devil though, to be honest. I like to find the engineer that invented them and why Ford should plan on using them on everything. Someone out there's like, oh, I use this tool. This is so much easier if you just do it this way. Listen, it's what I got. I'm an everyday dude in the garage. Doesn't do this for a living. There we go. Throw the 8mm back on here too. It's that simple, guys. Change your own hoses. It all worked out. Remember, I was worried about this being clocked wrong. I might have it backwards. I can't remember. Either way, it is now on. And hopefully this is the only issue we have going forward. And everything going forward will just be me doing stuff that I want to do. Upgrades and whatnot. Tight is tight. See how much coolant you lose just from that little hose taking it off. So prepare for that. So let me just turn this wheel to the left and then we'll get that out. And that's how much you have to drain to make enough room, which isn't lots. The nice part is you shouldn't have to burp the system again. You didn't drain the block, so, but I would still recommend checking your level after you have it idling for a while. We know we lost some and we have some space. I'll just dump the rest of this in there anyway. And let that just eat. You can see all the bubbles coming out of your overflow there, so she's taking her back. Okay guys, that's a quick and easy fix. I'm replacing your top rad hose. Super simple. Couple tricks, I guess, tips. Lube those O-rings, or you'll have a kind of a rolled little tag and leak. It could rip too. Just lube them up, oil, whatever you have. Have a bucket, unless you want to feed the neighborhood cats. I don't recommend that one bit. Have another jug of coolant in hand, just in case. Or if worse comes to worse, have a Ford dealership nearby to get the same kind of coolant. As it is, I'm gonna have to buy some more. I'm already getting below the level where I want to be. I like to be more up in there, but we should have enough to get another jug in there when I get one. Those are the tips and tricks. Bucket, 45-degree pick. I'm sure 90 would work too. A longer screwdriver with a flathead, and even a little bit of a pry bar to get this one hose on here. That one was tight. This upper one wasn't too bad, as you saw. And that's about it, guys. Start it up, let it idle, warm up, go through its whole progress of getting that coolant swirling around, and that's it. Hopefully this is the only fix, like I said, for a long time. That wasn't the engine's fault, like the manufacturer DFC. That wasn't the shop's fault. I mean, they could have pressure tested it a little better when I picked it up, sure, because the level was low when I picked it up at -25, but that could have been just getting the air out of the system, and they never checked it after when I picked the truck up. But if they did, they would have figured out that was a leak. Okay guys, we'll catch you in the next one.